Gurkha, Castle Hall. It is a Nicaraguan Toro. Let's take a look at the quality of construction first and foremost. I've already cut the end. Looks mostly okay. Feels nice. And it's got a fun band on it. On the cold draw, this is darker and richer than most cigars I have. This is a cigar I have never had before. Well, let's just get this bad boy lit. I'm going on a journey today. Just call it an informational journey. Why not? Not entirely something that I'm doing just for giggles, but not entirely something that I'm doing for business-like purposes. So, this is the first time ever I've smoked anything by Gurkha. Now, this is one of these cigar brands that has some high esteem in the eyes of many people. Yeah, we're going to see what it's like. And, yeah, we'll be off. Now, I might already be seeing what the big deal with the Gurkha is. Just the actual wrapper itself, without smoking it, just literally tasting on your tongue, has a nice flavor to it. Yeah, it's quite literally like something like Shreddies. Something like that. There's something a little bit, what's the fruit I'm looking for? A little bit date-like about it. The draw is excellent. The quality of construction looks to be good. It appears to be a very evenly rolled cigar, and it feels all the way along like it's evenly rolled. It is a big cigar. It is a Toro. So it is like as thick as a Robusto and longer. I think this is like 6.5 inches. One of the biggest cigars in my collection. I don't recall what I paid for this, but I will put a little indication on the screen so you'll know. And yeah, got this from an online source, so I don't have to worry about the ugly brown wrapper, which I like. And we're off to the races. Traffic should be better today than it was yesterday, but you never know. Wow, is that nice. It is reminding me also, in terms of flavor profile, just put this on so I can stop my hair from flopping around. It is reminding me also a little bit, and I know this is going to be a stretch for some folks who are more experienced cigar smokers than me, but it is reminding me of some of the offerings from Cohiba. Just a bit. It's not Cuban tobacco, but there's sort of a flavor that I would associate with that Cuban flavor, which is interesting. It's not what I expect out of a Nicaraguan tobacco. I have to admit, I like it. Like, basically, the flavor profile to me tastes like a mix between Nicaragua and Cuba. Now, I don't think it is, but that's what it tastes like. Oh, this is going to be a long smoke. This is going to be a long smoke. I like that. I don't think my drive is going to be long enough for it. However, it's okay. I really do like a nice band or a label on a cigar. And this one, I would think that color combination would not work, but like every time I look at it, I'm like, that's quite appealing. So Gurkha's definitely doing something in terms of their styling. This, I do believe, is one of the more budget-friendly offerings from Gurkha. So there's that. It's nice and mellow. Not a lot of bitter, but a lot of flavor. It's a good one. I'm only starting this one. We'll see when I get close to the end of it whether it's a proper recommendation for me. But it smells, or rather tastes real good. However, the smell of the secondhand tobacco, it is a strong tobacco. That smells like cigar. This car is going to have some residual cigar smell embedded into its fabrics when I'm done this one. There's something slightly citrusy in there, and when I say citrus, I'm leaning into grapefruit. Just a little bit. So think like shreddies, maybe with like a little bit of grapefruit rind-ish flavor to it. Something somewhat almondy. So right away, there's a fair bit of complexity. I like that. I like my cigars, but here in Canada, we pay an awful lot in tobacco tax. So it's very hard to justify spending money, for me anyways, on lots and lots of cigars, because of the taxes. The taxes are outrageous here. It is 56.6% tobacco tax. Plus you pay 13% at the cash register. Yeah, that's a lot. I had somebody leave a comment in one of my videos talking about the cigar I was smoking, how I said it was $11 in Canada, and he said they were $2 in the US. Boy, do I envy you folks. Oh my, if they were $2, I would have a humidor full. My humidor would be overflowing. Well, we'll probably come back to this a bit later because I am driving. We'll wrap this up for now, and we'll see what happens later on. All right. As you can tell, it's dark. It's been many hours since I lit this cigar. We are going to relight it. I'm probably not going to spend much more time reviewing it. I just wanted to properly sign off to say basically I got halfway through it on half of my drive. The flavor profile on this cigar is pretty solid. I haven't had too many like it. As I said, I don't recall what I paid for these. Whether it's worth it or not is going to depend on the smoker. But one of the things I've sort of come to realize about me and my relationship with tobacco and cigars is that because I'm not a very frequent smoker, I think steering clear of the more budget-friendly stuff and leaning into a little more premium cigars is probably where my direction is going. As you can see, I don't know if you can actually see it, but the wrapper is starting to peel a bit. That's because it's been sitting out in the car for a while. Let's see if it's good for a relighter. Yep. Oh, wow. I had an ash fall on my ankle and melt my sock. That burnt. Another one. She's a little molten on the relight. But as a relight, there's nothing unpleasant. There's nothing nasty. It's just ready to go. Now I will say, if the cigar was this size to begin with, instead of like the Toro, I might have sort of preferred it for a drive. To me, this is definitely either a very long smoke or it is a relight. And it seems to be fine on the relight. So with that, I will sign off. And yeah, so you can leave your cigar sitting there for the whole day, come back to it later, and it'll still be fine. With some brands, that's not going to work out. Apparently with the Gurhka Castle Hall, it will work out. Cheers.